Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need a hold in the darkness of the night. And when I stray, show me my place.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Conquistadors going up against the Bengals. The opening kick of the new season is straight ahead as we turn it over to our broadcast duo of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Mexico City Conquistadors and the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll run the option left. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. The Bengals bring out their punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. This is taken at the 15. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They come up in an offset eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And here's a look at the starting offense. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Tyrann Mathieu has a cornerback's build with safety skills. The Honey Badger knows where the football is.
And he connects with Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold. And
no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. The Bengals with 2 extra DBs, a nickel look on third.
Blanketing the passing lanes.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down.
Here we go. Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep, and it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up fourth down. And on now is the punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the cornerback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
Come on, let's go.
They'll set up to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They're going to look to throw, and he will find his man on the out. Take him down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Oh, Brandon, this one hurts my heart as a former defensive back. Out in the open field, you've got a chance to get down this receiver. Instead, he breaks through you. You'll hear about this in the film room and from your teammates.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Getting your back involved when what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Mexico City football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Shotgun, he'll look to throw, finding time, eluding the pressure right, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack, tried to get away but could not. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play, had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. It's caught, Nelson, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's such a good route runner, shows it there on 3rd down, very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot. And they connected there and picked up a first down.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They come out here. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The play clock's running down. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you talk about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. They come up in an offset eye.
Back
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target, and it's third down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He'll look to throw, surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side, and that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38! Let's go, let's go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you have to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
There they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 2nd down, 8.
Flex round! Here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio! Ohio!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he fires one, but incomplete. So we've reached half end as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game, but one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spread.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. And they'll send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll look to throw here. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left. Another pistol look here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Play clock winding down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So put another 3 on the board. And all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now back to throw. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They go play action here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Well, good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at about the 14. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And they'll run it here. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time. And this is going to be incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing ball is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. You sat there waiting for him and made the play.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Hey. Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Mike 57.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The All-Pro Justin Houston in on the tackle. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Time running out here on the play clock. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offenses. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Let's just go ahead and go back through that play with his eyes, because he's got to read his keys. Run or pass right off the top. You're probably going to read an offensive lineman to see if he sets up in pass protection or if he fires out for a running play. The next thing is you're going to check and see what the back's going to do, and if he ends up with the football, okay, now you got to check and see. Does an offensive lineman come downfield and try and block you? Are you going to try to elude it? Are you going to take him on and hold your spot? What are you going to do? In this case, didn't have to do any of that. Saw all of his keys, saw the play in front of him, and ran clean to the ball carrier and finished off the play.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They stop him after a gain of only 4, and that brings up 4th down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He was a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball, because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. Jim Caldwell's guys cannot come through there on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking,
help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Four yards remaining now on 2nd down. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Back to throw. He can't break. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there. break the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 23 yards on the play.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that. But I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in the diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the